Okay! Xavier, go! Podcast number 9.
Okay, guys, so
We're going to be answering questions from AskReddit today. And first question is...
These are the questions sent in by our viewers from our YouTube channel. When we said you guys send in questions, and no one sent in questions. So, no, I'm kidding.
how do you initiate a conversation with a stranger?
Usually have to have like an excuse. Like
No, you can go up to them and say, "Hi, my name is blank.
Really?
What's your name?"
Like
Some shit.
That's the most reasonable way to...
Recently, I've gotten into watching those videos. You know those videos where they do quote-unquote pranks? Like a guy goes and asks a girl out.
Yeah?
You know, he'll like randomly go up to a girl and ask them out or to get their number. I mean, I guess it's a lot of it involved in there.
Yeah, it's a lot of hi, hello. It's not...
Yeah, it's a lot of...
going up to someone with a pickup line, or going up to someone with a... You don't always have to approach someone with a reason.
You can appreciate
With an
like,
intention.
Yeah, you can appreciate like their clothing or their shoes or something, and that could be like a story.
Hey, your clothes look cool.
I feel like that I feel like that only happens with girls, though.
I've had someone go up to me and be like, "Hey, I like your shirt. I like your t-shirt. I like your shoes."
I had
a guy.
the other day when I was going into my class in the elevator. Some lady she said she liked my clone. She complimented my clone.
Yeah.
So and we just started talking about clone. So
People would do that.
yeah.
Weird. It's never happened to me.
Happens a lot on campus.
Yeah.
Yeah.
never heard someone approach me.
It's because you don't like talking to people.
Yeah, that makes sense.
What is another question? That was
Already?
easy. That was an easy question. It's a reasonable answer.
The fuck you mean? I like all shit.
Hey,
I like talking to people.
You want to go on? Explain yourself, I guess?
Juan's lagging.
hey Juan, can you explain yourself, please?
Oh, that's a good question.
Describe yourself in 5 words.
No.
Feral, imp. I'm just kidding.
Okay, cut this part out.
What taboo has become mainstream?
Being a hoe is like idolized.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Or Glaro.
Oh, weed.
No, it's always good.
Oh, I know one.
Stop
So
hitting the table.
here's a good one. Back in the day, so like in middle school or something, if you call someone like oh like you have a fat butt or something, they would get offended by it. They're like,
And they would kill themselves.
okay, well they're not going that far, but like if you don't know, like if you tell a girl like, hey, like you have a fat butt, she would be like, oh my god, it's so rude to me, and I'm gonna cry about it. And then like if you tell her to go now, like, hey, you have a fat butt, she'd be like, hey, like it's a whole different thing now.
Hey.
Being thick is the new thing, type of thing, you know?
Come smack it. No, they don't say that, but.
I smacked that all on the... Okay.
We're gonna have to cut out all Juan's parts.
Some more.
Juan's not in it to win it today.
Juan is making us look bad today.
Oh, please.
So basically,
Your job.
beauty standards changing.
Yes.
To what?
Have changed.
From what to what?
More
From
makeup.
preferring someone who is skinny to someone with more quote unquote meat on the bone.
It's not me, I'll tell you that.
It's not me, because I wear the same outfit
It's a
for the
phrase.
past 10 years.
It's a phrase.
I know, I just wanted to be rude.
I agree with that statement because, like, if you see nowadays, it's more of like, oh, like if you're like skinny, like, oh, like you might have something wrong with you, or you have some type of eating disorder, which is taken out of proportion. But now it's like, oh, you need to look thick. Thick is like you need to look like full
Implants.
or something.
Implants
Yeah, I mean,
is recommended now.
yeah,
Yeah, it's
because
like,
our norms have changed. The whole idea of beauty is like shifted, so people now want to go with that, and they'll change their appearance.
more people are okay with implants now. Back in the day, it was like, oh, ugly, those are fake. And then they're like, well...
Society is built.
Okay.
Go on.
That's it.
That's it.
He's not an expert in anything.
You're an expert in your field, and that's what counts.
I'm
Right
an
in your
expert in my
heart.
field.
Yeah.
Riding bikes.
Not even.
Not even.
Run on car.
That's just, I crushed the bike.
So we can say like going from like Marilyn Monroe, she wasn't skinny.
She wasn't
She was quote unquote
Average.
THIC with one C.
Yeah.
So
So I went from seeing Marilyn Monroe ask, you know, what to be to like celebrities back in like 2010 or something, to being like Gigi Hadid or however you pronounce it.
Oh yeah, I
To
know
like
about
to
Bella
that
Gigi.
being the standard. like what people strive for.
And Emily Ratajkowski, whatever.
You just found about her and you just want to use her.
No, these are the top 3 models, right? And Kylie Jenner now. They're like
Yeah.
the top 4 or 5 now.
The most
like-
beautiful woman in the world.
Psych!
You ever notice the most powerful women in the world are still getting cheated on?
People lean more to the GG and everything. But before that, it was someone like J-Lo,
Like-
type of body type. You know what I'm saying?
Yes, yeah.
So,
So
like-
it seems like nowadays it's much more of a whatever makes you feel good. Like if you're comfortable with your body, then embrace it. That's what it is.
Right.
But sometimes it's
Yeah, but you're also glorifying
sickness.
obesity.
Yeah.
I mean, I can
Yeah.
understand to a certain point someone who's obese. Like I understand, you're fine. Like don't criticize them. So like at the
Don't
same
be an
time,
don't be a
Don't
jerk.
embrace
Don't
it.
be a bully,
yeah,
Yeah.
but don't idolize them.
yeah, because it's hard. It's harsh to say, but obesity kills.
I think-
it is.
but the
It's what
thing
it
is,
is.
Everyone's getting idolized nowadays. School shooters are being idolized. I know it's distracting off the topic, but I don't know
Well, no, I
what
think
you're
it's-
getting at.
It's
Like-
sort of on topic.
It's sort of on
sorta.
topic. I think
Everybody has their hero.
Yeah, it's basically what it is, I guess. There was a big push towards, accepting yourself and stuff and accepting how you look. And I understand that, but when it gets to the point where it's like, people who are overweight and then having health issues, that's when it's like,
And not only
you
that,
kind of
they-
have to stop it.
They still criticize the opposite. Like they would criticize skinny people now, or like skinny girls, for being
For
models
being
or
their
whatever.
weight.
Yeah.
Here's an example of it. If you remember that song, Sir Mix-a-Lot, Baby Got Back?
Yeah.
If like people think like, oh, back then it was like being a little bit like big was not like to what we think now. It's just a little bit more like than the slightly average, right?
Yeah.
But then now people think like, oh, Baby Got Back. They're thinking like it's way
Nicki
more.
Minaj.
Yeah, and then they're like, wait, that's. But then the people think, oh, that's the new norm. Like, no, it's not. Just at a time it was this. You just think that you just assume this is the new. So I can see how people just change their mind over time. But
Anything else to add?
No, I think that was pretty much all the bad stuff. No, I'm just kidding.
Okay, there's a problem. What would be the solution?
What do you mean?
There's a problem of like balancing how much we have to accept certain standards,
Mm-hmm.
and whether or not we can criticize some other standards.
Is
Like
it-
what's the balance?
Let's
Is
just
there typically answers to social problems?
No.
No. You
But
just
there
let
can
it-
be, you can approximate
you just
and
let it
reduce the negative impact of a certain
well,
solution.
I don't agree with that.
Uh.
You don't have to let it happen. There's examples of like people who like go against the norm and fight for a certain cause. Does it go successfully? No, but you don't always have to go with it.
the people that say let it happen are the reason why we pay so much taxes on health insurance.
I'll give you a good example. It's like the whole Chick-fil-A issue. Whenever they say that they don't serve LGBT, a lot of people are against it. But if you look at now, I think Chick-fil-A is still here, still surviving.
Okay. Oh, the businesses should not be mixed with social. I don't even know what to call it.
Businesses shouldn't be mixed in with anything.
With
No.
What I mean, the thing
legislation.
about business is that it's in everything.
No, but they
Not-
treat
not-
they treat it as if they somehow, control the government or something.
The religion.
For example, if you remember that story about the bakery didn't want to make.
Oh
like
yeah,
a-
they don't want to make the
Yeah.
the cake for the gay couple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
that should be fine for the business because if people don't like it, then you vote without
you
going.
go. Yeah.
There shouldn't be legislation forcing businesses
What was it?
to
I
do
think
things.
the bakery won the court case, no?
I don't remember. I didn't follow that.
They probably won. They didn't
Yeah,
do anything
there's-
illegal.
They make
businesses have the right
him,
not to serve
yeah, they
anybody.
make him business
It's-
owners and I guess celebrities responsible for, or they expect them to somehow intervene with
So
legislation. and stuff.
accommodate to your needs.
Yeah, they want to do that, and I don't think that's right.
How about Texas right to work law?
What is it?
In Texas, you can basically be fired for anything.
But you can leave your job for anything.
I mean, I think that's everywhere, isn't it? You can't just quit anywhere.
Then that will be slavery.
No, if it's a weird contract, you can't just quit.
Yeah,
That's- some
that's true.
singers have that type
Because
of
what is it?
But it's like
There's this guy in my
contract
class.
Yep.
Who told us that one of his coworkers got fired because the boss didn't like that the worker had blue hair, so he just fired her.
It's fine.
I mean, in some places it isn't, but in Texas, being a right to work and stuff like that, it's fine. So like you can just be fired for someone doesn't like your boss doesn't like what you're wearing, you're fired.
Yeah, it's not much you can do.
It sucks. It's dumb, but it was your choice. I mean, you know your boss.
It might
you
be.
know what they were gonna say.
It might be immoral, but it's still, there should be fairness, and being fairness to.
Would you say that it's fair to fire someone over the color of their hair?
It's unfair to
You
force.
said that. Yeah.
It's unfair to force a business to basically do what the government wants them to do, or what the people want them to do.
But that's the difference between a privately owned and a.
Exactly.
Yeah.
Exactly.
That's
A
another
business should
question
be
I
private.
have. You know how Twitter's always being blamed for like promoting liberal things? Like they prefer like liberal over conservative.
Yeah, YouTube too.
My question is, why are people mad about that if it's a privately owned company?
No. There's actually laws again, because I think Twitter and YouTube no longer belong to like a certain section of a business. It's now like a medium. Like say the news and stuff like that.
Yeah.
They operate with different laws. I forgot what it was, but I saw a video where somebody was discussing the specific laws on YouTube and why they should allow any political any view on their site. Is because they're no longer like considered something, and they're now a public platform because of how they operate and how they state they are, like how they say they present themselves as.
Mm-hmm.
So they're like, for example, you can say whatever you want in a public park, and you can like manifest and like protest in a public park. It's kind of like that because of how YouTube now operates. It's not considered like a public platform, so it needs to be open to everybody. And I assume Twitter is the same now because everybody.
Well, I guess so. I guess next question. What do you want your last words to be?
Yes.
Yes.
Fuck it.
I can see how that goes. Sir, did you rob the bank? Yes. Pow!
Last words. Fuck it. Yeah.
Not like a grand speech or something.
I would make mine
Yeah,
funny.
that much time before
mine,
that, huh?
I'll make it be like that sometimes.
Yep.
Go out.
Because before you
Terrible
die,
ideas.
you have to say something before you die. So you might as well just give a speech. Dude.
What are you supposed to say? Love, peace, and kindness, and this.
What about like, fuck this shit?
I mean,
I got a better one. I'll be back.
See you in a little bit.
Like, oh, he's a Buddhist. Okay.
I got 3 more. Does he wait?
I'll be like, is it too late to get life insurance?
Not like too tired for life insurance.
Wait, oh no, what's the other one? History, delete.
Delete my inner history.
Deny like history.
I'm calling someone. That's gonna be my last words.
The last words concept is like a weird thing because there's not many people like who really just before they're gonna. I mean, the last one's gonna be like no or like something else. It's not gonna be anything. No one person just like says something like outrageous, before they die.
I guess then my last words are gonna be, no sir, that's illegal. You can't kill me.
You feel like someone's gonna end your life? You're not gonna die of natural causes.
I feel like with traffic nowadays, I feel like someone's just gonna straight up kill me.
Hey man, you good?
Remember this quote. Remember this quote.
Call your own death. Call it.
Are we gonna make bets? Can we play bets?
Dibs.
I need some money. Take to the grave.
They're gonna have.
If I'm gonna die, I'm gonna capitalize off of it.
Oh, that's a good question. Do you think that if you like hypothetically if you die, you think people will like come to your funeral and all that stuff, minus a family? Like,
Do you want a funeral?
Yeah.
You want a funeral?
I want a funeral.
You want people to come?
I want people to come.
To be sad?
Like, should it be celebrated or should it be like a time of mourning? Because like some funerals, like
He's gone.
No. It's lit. No, because some African cultures,
they celebrate who they were.
Right, and they like do dances or something.
Yeah.
So like, do you want to be like that, or do you want to be able to be depressed about
Like
it?
a traditional, come mourn for you.
Yeah, like that's a good question. Like, what do you prefer?
I mean, I guess.
I'm dead. Do I really care?
I guess this brings up the question about you should start thinking about things that you don't want to think about, like retirement plans, dying and stuff like that, because you need to prepare for them.
Oh yeah.
Because funerals are expensive. It's not something that
You don't
that's
need
on
to do a
people's
funeral.
mind.
Bro, I'm just trying to get to my next paycheck.
No, I mean you can
I
always
gotta pay
just
bills.
cremate or something else.
Cremate is also expensive.
Yeah,
You're compared to a funeral now.
You're
That is
thinking.
expensive.
You're thinking
Yeah, it
too
is.
far.
You need to consider life insurance and stuff.
Just kill yourself.
What? But you're
That's not
thinking
gonna-
of.
Wait, no.
No.
Wait, no.
Well,
No.
today's video has been brought to you by PSA announcement.
You're thinking too far ahead. I'm only worried about my next Spotify payment. I'm not worried about anything after that.
If
You
it
pay
was
for Spotify?
if it was me, I would want it to be celebrated. I wouldn't want to be like upset. I'd be like, alright, just like have some food,
Yes!
some music. Okay, well,
He's gone.
I'm not coming to your funeral.
Throw me in a hole, throw back some tequila shots.
What was it that company that planted your body?
Oh, I don't.
Oh, I'd do that.
It looks cool.
I'd do
Heck
that.
no.
I'd do that.
Yeah, so
That's
my
nice.
body would be desecrated by animals and
You're a
squirrels
tree.
I mean, regardless.
Yeah, respect a tree. Like,
You
I
want
mean, that's
to
how it's gonna go down eventually, though.
Sure.
The caskets only last for so long.
Someone carves a little heart.
actually, yes and no, because like now, if you see like in like certain countries, they do a cement around the thing,
yeah.
and then they put the casket into another container.
So the
and
thing,
sealed.
that's a big issue
I've
though,
seen that.
because we are starting to run out of space.
Really?
So like, I feel like it'd be better
Stacking
solution.
bodies now.
Yeah,
Put 'em in troughs.
They're stacking bodies instead of putting them on the ground
So
because we're running out of space.
why don't they
Start planting them.
Because no
Why
other
don't they start
certain
smoking
certain
them?
religions are like no.
Because people want big rocks that say their name on them and are pretty.
Why don't they just smoke them?
Because that's the norm. What?
Why is that the norm?
You want to be smoked? You're not a ham. You know that, right?
You got taped pretty good as a ham. Not gonna lie.
Okay.
By the way, you could donate your body to science. I just found out about that today.
You didn't know about that?
No, I didn't know you could just donate your whole body.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I could just go down there and just be like,
That's
No, it's
after,
not like
that's
okay.
after you die.
Yeah. Hey
how,
guys, I don't like it
how
now.
am I gonna profit off of it?
You
Your
don't.
family does, or whoever like in your lineage or kin will get the money.
Can I take people?
He's gonna take medicine, make it seem like his heart stopped, and they're gonna start performing surgery on him, and then he's gonna be
He's
like,
gonna
"Ha!
freak
I'm
out
gonna
the-
sue you
He's gonna
all."
freak out the med students. He'll be like, today we're like, Dog is dead.
Next question.
What is something a ton of people are obsessed with, but you just don't get the point of it?
Me.
Calculus.
I disagree with that statement.
Starbucks.
Yeah, coffee.
But you don't get the point.
I'm walking out.
Coffee.
Okay.
Yeah.
I know
That's
this is way later on in the
It's
conversation.
fast.
Go
About
ahead.
YouTube. Okay, so YouTube is considered a public forum,
Uh-huh.
Okay.
and that's why you can have whatever you want on there.
Yeah.
It's,
Oh my God.
otherwise, it would be a publisher. If they were a publisher, if there's a video that's illegal or whatever, the liability will fall on YouTube. So in order to avoid that, they don't share liability by making it a public forum.
Hmm.
And by that, they're
So
public.
because of that, they can't dictate what's on the platform.
No, they can't pull that with. They can't violate. I don't
The-
exactly know what it is, but it will be the same as if there was a park
Community
protest.
guideline.
You know what I
Yeah.
mean, they couldn't just ban it just because they disagree with the views. They would have to have legitimate reasons of why they should ban them, like
Hmm.
inciting violence or stuff like that. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
Because
That
they're a
makes sense.
public forum.
Racism. No, wait, they can do that. KKK.
Yeah. Okay, so back to the question,
What
I
was
guess.
the question?
Yeah, sorry
What is
about
something people are obsessed with? Starbucks? Okay.
No, what is something that a ton of people are obsessed with, but you just don't get the point of?
Coffee.
Starbucks
Yeah.
makes sense. It's coffee.
I don't drink coffee.
I don't
Then
the
you don't get
obsession. Yes, that's what
Case solved.
That's what it is.
Yeah.
followers.
No,
on
but the thing
social
is,
media.
it's coffee,
Yeah, it's coffee.
right?
Well, here's the thing.
That's like saying people.
I got you on this one. What it is when people like to hear certain things that are like unique or fancy or exotic, they like to that's like they're like, oh, it's so unique, it's different. I like to hear that, or like I like to that's like different from what's normal coffee. That's what it's crazy for. Otherwise, if you have a coffee place that just serves regular black coffee, it won't succeed. Because there's now so many options. People want options. People want to put almond milk instead of regular milk and stuff like that.
Starbucks is
I want a cappuccino.
creative, but that's like you could say the same thing about why are people obsessed with small coffee
See you in the
shops,
in the morning.
local
Someone say
coffee
Starbucks.
shops. We're fighting the man, Starbucks. It's a franchise. These local ones are small people just trying to live their life.
I think someone said about followers and Instagram and stuff like that. They don't get it, white people. So
Why are people obsessed with having someone watch them all the time? You don't gain anything from having all those followers.
Dude, your case is fucking.
Other than
nuts.
vanity.
I
It's
know.
not even for the.
I think it's
work
because the whole follower thing is like
It's
like
vain.
people are like popular or like like if you're not a celebrity, then you're nothing. You don't have to be
No,
popular.
it's just a
type thing.
follower. Like posting stuff about like your life, I guess.
Okay, celebrity. Why are people obsessed with?
No,
okay,
no,
no,
no.
that one's easy to answer.
Fame.
Fame.
It's
No,
like
no, but like no, that's fine. Like if you're celebrating something, it's fine. But like daily, like something that is not even interesting. I don't know.
I will say this: like
No.
when you look at certain social media posts, like maybe if you don't see like social media for like 2 days, people like start talking about certain things. You won't like relate to it. So maybe that's why
Yeah. Man.
people like want to keep up to date because like you know you're having the side conversation like what's going on, you know.
And I wish it was like in the old days where we just didn't have to care about all that.
I mean, you still don't.
You still don't.
Well,
you
I mean,
don't
like
need to.
You don't, yeah, but
I like the mystery of like not knowing what people got going on in their lives.
Yeah, you know. Yeah, I was thinking about that earlier when I was talking about the VHS tapes.
Uh-huh.
Like people back then had no idea what other people were doing, and it's just like just thinking about it. Like how would it be like I don't know. Was it the 90s?
That wasn't. Yeah.
Like in the 90s, just
You just-
nobody knows
I
what's
mean,
going on.
you no people know, but you tell them. So like when you guys meet
Yeah.
up to hang out, you be like, hey, I watched a movie yesterday.
Yeah, but
you
now,
had something to talk about.
Right.
Yeah.
You know.
and now it feels like I don't know. Like the world is a bit smaller, I guess. Like I'm sure back then they thought it was huge because they didn't know what was going on.
Yeah, nowadays we can. You have a friend in China, you can find
You
out
know what
like,
they're
what's
doing,
going
what
on.
someone else is doing right now.
What's
in
going on
their
over
house.
Yeah, it's okay.
I mean, you can travel from here.
Here's the
To,
rebellion.
we can travel from here to like different cities and stuff like that without having to like travel too. You know, Google Earth and
I
stuff
mean,
like
you
that.
can pretty much figure out someone's life. Pretty much, you can just look at someone's post and see like what they're gonna do.
Yeah.
I guess I used to like that. Like I like getting to know what people got going on in their lives, but
Do you forget about your own?
no, it's just I forget. No, I don't want to. I don't like. I like the mystery of people. I like people that are off the grift.
I mean, I don't have
Jesus.
social media for
Sorry, guys.
for like friends and stuff. So like I don't know what's going on with you guys.
Good. You don't
Well,
like
here's the
it.
thing. I occasionally call once in a while to like
Yeah,
see what's happening. I still call people, which I don't think people.
No,
don't
not
do
a lot of
anymore.
people do.
Yeah.
Some people are creepy, like Xavier and Josh.
Phone call seems much more personal.
That's what makes it awkward sometimes.
Really?
That's not awkward.
I mean, sometimes it's awkward.
I think it's
not
better.
awkward
Just
for-
Because
you
you
get
don't
used
have
to it.
the time to think about what you're gonna say, so you're like.
Well, that's the thing. I
That's
guess.
It's not awkward.
That's the beauty of it, Juan.
Yeah.
That's the beauty of it. You don't like that?
You yelling.
You
like
like
the-
do 3
you-
drafts before you actually send it. Yeah.
I guess what's it is you start losing the ability to talk to people
Yeah.
on the spot with text messages because you have time to reply.
It
You
takes me like an
think that's
hour to
wrong?
figure out what I
That's
want to
what's
say.
wrong?
It's been 3 years.
I don't know, you suck at texting too, so I don't know how I feel about that.
What the fuck you talking about?
So like you're kind of screwed regardless.
Let's read some messages.
That's a personal problem, buddy.
Thanks, bud.
So we're gonna do a live gameplay commentary right now. We're just playing the loading screen of a software
It's
update.
not working.
S
Um,
0746.
So next question, I guess.
Throw up the video.
What is the best way to lower your ego?
Fail.
I don't know.
Fail.
Fail?
Fail?
Yeah.
Fayo.
I feel like
El
that's
Fayo.
that's a way to.
Look at some humbling stuff.
No, I feel like
I do that on the daily.
No, you look at some depressing
Yeah.
stuff.
That's humbling.
That's not
Oh,
humbling.
yes,
Because you're like, oh,
Humbling is looking at kids in
Like-
Africa starve.
No, you look at something that
God.
reminds you you're not in a solid foundation. It could collapse at any point. That's how you
That's
become.
not-
I don't want to relate to
that's
those
not
people.
lowering your
I
ego.
don't
You're
want
no
to
longer
relate
on
to
this
those
little
people.
That's
concrete
not lowering your ego.
surface.
That has
You're
nothing
on
to do with your
freaking
ego.
breadsticks.
Save up your money. Go to the gym. Facebook up. Okay?
Why don't you do any of these?
You do 2 out of 3. No, you don't do 2
You
out
do
of
two
3
any of
things.
these.
Yeah.
So how do you lower your ego?
I already said that.
By lowering your expectation.
That's not.
Oh.
By buying
You don't have
stuff.
to fail for that. Just like look at other people's example, like good examples, so like how to do certain things the right way or how to be like the right way.
That reduces your ego? Like,
No, like if you think okay, look how people how you present yourself to others. Like you ask like, hey, am I like acting like a dick or like am I like that type of person? You ask around, and if it's your true friends, they'll tell you, hey man, like yeah, you might be a little bit or something.
or
Hey,
just remind
hey,
yourself
Josh,
that you're
do I got
not
a big ego?
extraordinary.
Have some empathy.
Yeah,
Be
big ego.
empathetic.
Yeah,
Yeah.
big one.
Put yourself in the shoes of others.
See
That's how you
yourself
lower your
as
egos.
someone ordinary. You have nothing extraordinary. You're just like anybody else.
That's everyone.
Yeah. That's how you
Is that how you
lower
see
your
yourself, buddy?
That's how you lower your
I'm not that
by
great.
reminding yourself that you're just like anybody else. Like you're not special.
Yes, sir.
Everyone has their talent. Everyone has a skill.
No one has a talent.
Okay,
You
everyone
ha-
has their talent.
No one
Yes.
has. No one's born with the talent. You develop it.
Okay.
Like, okay.
Yeah.
Then how do you call perfect pitch?
Next question.
What are you talking
No,
about?
that's good.
That's it.
Yeah.
No.
What?
What?
One more question
That's so
from the
short.
audience.
It's half an hour.
30 minutes.
Okay, we're gonna start taking some questions from the viewers. This is a new section we're throwing up. Check the comment section right now.
What's the dumbest thing you believed as a child?
Who commented that?
Santa.
Happiness. No. Like,
Of course.
no.
Santa.
Taxes.
You can be anything.
This is just depressing.
I know.
Okay, how about this?
Oh, isn't it true? You can't be anything.
You have accidentally summoned a demon. What do you ask it to do?
What's up?
Eliminate my enemies.
What enemies?
Himself.
Ask them if they pay taxes and they can help me out.
Can you help me lower my mortgage?
I need to refinance my car loan.
I would ask it like, it was a demon from hell, or is this a demon?
Where else?
Dude.
Seattle?
Huh?
Where else is it gonna be?
I mean, have you been to Seattle?
That was funny, dude.
I mean, I would ask it like, I don't know. I would ask like, is there really like a hell, or like, what is it like
It's
down
a
there?
demon.
I know it's a demon, but
Where's it
what does
coming
hell
from?
look like? I can't ask what it looks like.
Want me to show you what hell is? Go sit in traffic.
What question am I asking the demon?
Is there an afterlife? I guess.
Yeah, like he's going to.
Yeah, everyone's
He's in hell for a reason.
When you die,
He didn't
you
make it to the the other afterlife, really.
How is the?
When you die, you go to the other side of the flat Earth.
That's the end of the podcast.
All right, close it out, Gerardo. Hey man, hey guys, I'm closing it. I'm gonna yell on the mic if you don't get away from my face.
Is this familiar
You
for
won't,
you?
no balls.
Is this familiar?
Come back next week when we talk about
The best to you from Kmart Radio. KMRT.